I'm JC, and thank you for tuning in again. I hope you're enjoying my channel. And today we're here with this awesome instrument I just got off of Craft Music. If you didn't see my unboxing video, hope you stay tuned and watch that as well. But this is a really great product. I actually bought this Roland Cajon. This is actually a cajon, but it's a Roland electric cajon. Most of the cajons on the market are acoustic, and you have to mic them with a mic in the back or in the front, depending on what kind of cajon you have. And they're made of wood and made of other types of materials that really resonate really well on stage. But this cajon is actually very interesting. It's made by Roland, and Roland's one of the best drum companies out there that make electronic drums. So what Roland decided to do is take the Roland drum sounds and stick them into a cajon, which is very interesting because I'm a drummer and I like to go on stage with a drum set, but then I also want a compact version, and I love a cajon. The sound of a cajon is awesome. So this is made by Roland, as you can see right here. It's called El Cajon, and basically I heard in Spanish that cajon means box, like the box basically. And I think it's really kind of funny because you tell some people that you play the box, they're like, huh, you play the box? Not too sexy, but cajons are awesome though. So they are sexy. But as you can tell here, I'll show you a little bit of the parts of the El Cajon here. We have a front speaker, which runs off of battery power, or it also runs off of a USB cord. That is actually not a USB cord, but an adapter that's given to you with the El Cajon. So you can plug it in the back. It has about maybe an 8-foot cord, which is really great. You can plug it into an outlet and then plug this right into the back of your cajon, and you can have power that way. Or you can put in 6 rechargeable batteries, or regular AA batteries, and you actually have power that way as well. So you can be on the street corner with an electronic cajon and have the sounds coming out of the speaker. I've seen many of these cajons on stage where they have the microphone in the front running off of battery power. So they mic it in front from the speaker, and then they run off of battery power, which is really kind of cool, I think. So you get a better view here. I'll lift it up for you and show you some of the details. So with this El Cajon by Roland, the front is actually made of like a wood kind of laminate material. The top actually and the sides and the back are made of a hard plastic. So all of the sound actually comes from the head, rim shot area here, and also from here. This is the bass sound. So as you can see, the smiley face right here, this Nike sign / like smiley face, that's where the bass is. This is where the snare and the rim shot sound is, if it's done acoustically. If you have it plugged in or running off battery power, like I'll show you next, is actually, this is going to sound differently. It's going to sound like all different instruments, and I'll show you those as well. The one thing cool about this cajon, so it doesn't touch the floor, it has little feet on it, which is really cool. It has about 2.5-inch round circular feet that actually keep the cajon off the ground so you don't scratch the bottom, which is really nice. The only problem is if you put a bass pedal on this cajon, you have to actually use a mat underneath the cajon and cut holes in it so the bass pedal could be flush up against the bottom because it won't attach properly. And I'll show you that in the next video of how to make the cajon work with a bass pedal. I did a review recently on the Metal direct pedal made for a cajon that just came out in the market, and if you want to check that out, it's the Metal direct drive pedal that I hook up to my cajon. And I also have a video of it that I'll show you at the end of this video of me playing a full cajon pedal and cymbals as well. And the bottom is plastic as well. So the back is interesting too. You see the sides are plastic. The back is plugged in right now. But the one thing cool about this is that over here you have your adapter input. Sorry, a little bit off balance here. There we go. Adapter input right here. You have your power switch, on and off switch, You can play acoustically, but it sounds like a cajon, basically, but not as strong as a regular cajon, because it's not like true wood. And you have your volume switch here, and you have your mix-in switch. You can actually hook this up to a mixer, which is really great. Your volume, your output for a soundboard, electronic sound output, and you have your trigger balance. The one thing cool about the trigger balance is that with the trigger balance, you can actually change how sensitive the bass area and also the rim shot area is when you're playing. So if you hit it lighter, you can make the sensitivity really high. If you want to make it basically less sensitive because you're hitting so hard, you can do that as well, which is really cool for that. And you can change it different directions. So it says edge or head. So basically bass or the head area of the drum. And as you see, it's made by Roland, and all the batteries go right into here. Batteries are right in top. Right in there, 6 AA batteries. And I use rechargeable lithium batteries, which work really well. And the batteries last literally over 20 hours. You can do like 6 gigs with this thing, and you'll still be fine on battery power. And it has an awesome handle right here. Take it with you whenever you're going on a gig, which I like. The top is cool too. And I'll show you the sounds on a little bit. The top is electronic, and it has 4 buttons. Basically, the top button is a switch between acoustic cajon sounds, also percussion sounds, and synthesizer sounds as well. There's actually 30 different sounds built into this cajon, and I'll go through some of those with you. Right now, my cajon is plugged into my soundboard, and it's running off battery power. And it does come with a manual to explain everything to you. The only thing about the manual is that with the manual, it doesn't break down the actual sounds that are built into the cajon. It just tells you the operation of the cajon and how to use it. But there's no built-in list of all the sounds. You kind of have to try them for yourself. So as you can see, the manual comes with all the different effects. And it's in different languages for you, like 8 different languages. So if you're from a different country, feel free. This is an awesome cajon. And I'll put that there for the side. So let's go through the main things. As you saw when we started the video, I was playing the cajon on the first cajon sound. There's 30 sounds built in. There's 10 cajon sounds. There's 10 percussion sounds. And it's also 10 synthesizer sounds. The one thing cool about this is that you get electronic sounds, but you can mix it into a board and combine it with a full drum set. You can have this as your drum set seat, really, and you can play at brushes on here. I play at brushes, the jazz brushes, the plastic jazz brushes, even the bamboo hot sticks work on here as well and won't damage it. So you can start off at the bass sound. And that's the first cajon bass sound that you have on here. So cajon number 1, cajon sounds is bass. As you can see, snare. And the awesome thing about the head shot is that if you hit the head harder, on most of the actual options, it gives you a 3rd sound, which is really, really cool. So if you have a bass snare, and you might get a rim shot out of it. So it gets higher. It's a velocity. One thing cool about that is the velocity increases, so it's also the sound increases like if you're hitting a real drum, which is a really cool technique. A lot of drum kits are not like that. The cheap electronic kits are just 1 sound, but the really good ones like Roland, it does have a velocity effect to it. And I'm going to go through the sounds of the cajon for you so you hear them. This is the bass. That's 1. You change it with the top button. Actually, the top button changes from cajon synthesizer and also effects, percussion. The second buttons on the bottom says decline and incline. You select your cajon sound. You hit incline, number 2, bass sound. As you can see, it's a deep bass with more of like a tom-tom sound. Then you go bass again. So it's a little different. I'm playing really basic right now just to get a sound check for you. Number 5. Slap. As you can see, bass slap, a little different. Rim shot, extra with the bass. Number 8, cajon. Really cool, that's awesome. Deep bass, a little more of like a tom. So as you can see, that's a really cool bass with a little bit more of a snare sound. That's a real deep bass with more of like a conga or kind of like a different types of like a bongo sound. So that's basically all 10 sounds the cajon sounds. And it goes to 0. It goes from 1 to 9 and then goes to 0. That means number 10. So next I'm going to change it. I'm going to hit the top button again. As you can see, the top button here. Right there is the top button. Very adjusted for you. So I hit the top button, and that goes to percussion sounds now. We're at cajon, percussion. You can go back, you can go forward. And the one thing cool about this is that you can actually keep that sound in the cajon. If you're changing, and when you're playing, you can change it in between sounds, which is really nice. The only thing is if you turn the cajon off, all the sounds that you just did in the order you had don't get saved. So that's the hard part about it. But they are saved when you are in operation. So let's go through the synthesizer sounds, the percussion sounds for you. So next is the percussion sounds. I love the synthesizer sounds on here. I use those the most, actually. That's number 1, percussion. Number 2, as you can see, bells. Number 3, that was number 3. Now number 4. A little different, snare, bass. So, like tamales, or like a tamale sound, or bongo. Different. It's more slap with the velocity as I showed you. It's my little buddy Ozzy here. He kind of likes the drums as well. Yeah, Bubba. You want to say hi to people? This is Ozzy. He gets a little scared sometimes or curious. Let's try number 7 here. Want to try number 7? Good boy. Good boy. I love you. I love you. Want to hear it? Deeper bass with a little bit of like a bell sound. You want to play it too? Number 8. That's number 8. Percussion. Number 9. Oop, there we go. Hit your nose. Look at that. He likes that sound. That sounds cool, right there, Ozzy? You want a Roland cajon? Yeah, you like it. You play it too. You play the cajon? Yeah. He loves the cajon, Mr. Ozzy over here. Good deal. He's a drummer too. That's a really cool sound, like the real big, like kind of orchestra style drums. I should forget what they're called again, but kind of like a big, deep bass sound. Next is going to be, oops, Bubba, watch out, watch out. He's getting excited. He's getting excited. There we go. He's guarding the drum. Okay, Bubba, you like the sounds? Next is synthesizer sounds. Synthesizer. Hit the bottom button again to increase it. And then also the top button to move to synthesizer sounds. So next up on the list is synthesizer. Synthesizer sounds are really cool. I love these ones. As you can see, Ozzy likes that one. That's number 1 on synthesizer. Number 2. I love this one. That's a really cool one for hip hop or any kind of mixing it up when you're playing. And this could be just the bass drum too in your drum set. Just think of that. And then you can plug in and have your bass sound totally different without miking a bass drum on your drum set. And then you can just play the rest of your drums. It's a really cool effect. And you can actually hit your cajon at the same time while you're playing a drum set. Have a hi-hat, have your bass, and be doing the tom-toms, the floor tom, the cymbals, whatever you want. Next, number 3. You can see number 3 is really cool as well. Number 4. That's a real nice deep bass, slap sound, snare sound. Number 5. Number 5 as well. Of synthesizer sounds, really cool. More of like a like a Latin style, guave style. A little different. Sounds like you're chugging water. So that's more of a Latin sound as well. There's a djembe built in here, there's bongos built in here, there's congas built in. There's all different styles. Next is number 9. This is really cool. The one thing cool about it, you have the bass, which is basically like a clicker, and then the top, if you hit it the right way, just hold it there. You get the chimes. Chimes are awesome. You can start your set with the chimes and record it. And then also, as you can see, my Bubba wants to play here with his hog. He loves his hog. He thinks we're playing right now, which we are playing. We're playing the drums, playing the cajon, and he wants to play with his hog, which is really, really cool. He likes to play with his hog, as you can see. And I'm holding it for him. And then, next up is number 10. Here, Ozzy, look at it. Look at it, Bubba. Number 10 is really cool, too. Yeah. 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 That's basically like a DJ style with a yeah at the end, which is really cool to have fun with that. So this is a Roland Cajon with 30 sounds made by Roland. Only came out about a year or so ago. I hook up a Midal pedal to this, and I thank you for watching. And I also hooked this up into my synthesizer. If you want, you hook it up into like a MIDI board or anything like that and record with it. I record with my interface. I also have a Boss interface, which I use here as well. Is a RC30. It's plugged into a looper pedal, and this looper pedal actually is plugged directly into the looper pedal. Then from the looper pedal into the camera zoom recorder, as well as into my soundboard where it's coming out of my speakers and my monitors. I'll do a review next on the looper pedal, which is really awesome, made by basically made by RC. The RC30 is made by Roland as well, and we'll go over that as well. It's a Boss looper pedal. Thank you for watching today, the Roland El Cajon, and I hope you have a great day. I'll show you a little bit of how it sounds, what I like to do, and then stay tuned to watch my video in action of me live performing with the El Cajon on stage, performing one of my comedy songs. Thank you for watching, everybody, and stay tuned to my video. I'm JC with the El Cajon. Hope you have a great day, and check out all my other videos on my channel. as well as subscribe to my channel and also my comedy channel, JC Comedy. And I hope you have a great day, and I hope you keep it real. And I really appreciate your time and your support. Thanks a lot. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Where's my mojo? I wake up with the shakes and I feel like trash. I jump in my hood before the bank take a flash. Me be bumming in my feet and put my Superman dress. Don't tell her ass, are you looking at my chest? Sir, you have a fine cake of collection. I like my mojo sweet, dark and hot. Hey baby, pour me a mojo espresso shot. Don't give me decaf, try and give me a second, just pour me a premium and make it real quick.